Well, greetings, brothers and sisters, and welcome to Begin by Praying. Have you ever had the feeling that God's forgotten about you? That no matter how long or how hard you've prayed about something, you still don't have an answer, and you just get the feeling that God is not listening to you, or worse yet, that He's forgotten all about you. After all, it is a big planet and an even bigger universe. Well, God can't possibly keep track of everyone and everything, can He? Well, I want to give you some serious encouragement today. If you think God has forgotten about you and your needs and your prayer requests, He has not. Okay? He is the creator of everything, and He does not forget about His creation. There is nothing that is beyond His reach or His thoughts. Listen to these words in the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, starting in verse 25. So who is like me? Who holds a candle to me, says the Holy One? Look at the night skies. Who do you think made all of this? Who marches out this army of stars every night? Counts them off, calls each one by name. So magnificent, so powerful, and never overlooks a single one. Why do you ever complain, O Jacob, or whine, Israel, saying, God has lost track of me. He doesn't care what happens to me. Don't you know anything? Haven't you been listening? God doesn't come and go. God lasts. He's the creator of all you can see or imagine. He doesn't get tired out. He doesn't pause to catch His breath. Wow. Now you can see that even back in the Old Testament times, people worried and they complained that God has left them hanging. But He makes it clear to us in this passage that He hasn't forgotten about anyone or anything. Now in verse 26, it tells us that He marches out the army of stars every night. He counts them off, calls them by name. In the New International Version, it says, not one of them is missing. Now let's focus on that line for just a minute. Not one of them is missing. Do you know how many stars there are in the universe? No one knows. Even with the technology we have today, we can only count the stars that we can see. But God says that He knows the name of every star. And if He calls each one of them by name, you can be sure that He is well aware of your needs and your requests. So I want to give you that assurance today that God has not forgotten about you. He knows exactly where you are, what you need, what you're going through. Hey, He wouldn't be so emphatic about this point in His Word if He didn't care about your needs. Now next week we're going to expand on this topic, and we're going to talk about a miracle that God performed in the Old Testament and the very clear and direct message He sent to the people who witnessed this miracle. So until then, thank you for joining me here today, and keep your eyes on Jesus, not on your trouble.